Hey guys, Fira here. I've got some Dragon Arena footage to show you, but this time I wasn't in PCS. I needed to do slot 7, so I was with my friends at FX. So first off, I had planned to follow their strongest lead, but he doesn't quite port in anywhere, so I am checking these transporters and see what I could grab early on. So this target here does not have the best gear, so I zoom in a mixed PvP solo. I use those 75 wings just to make sure I get there before he has reinforcements, and because of that, I was able to cap him. That's his own fault, honestly, for only sending 250k. He probably wouldn't have been capped with 375k. Of course, we'll never really know. I check another transporter here. This one has about 1.3 million troops, but it's pretty much all tier 4, so I send another mixed PvP solo. I don't know if you were able to catch this, but this battalion is using imp fams and mixed heroes and mixed troops. I had tested, and that's what works the best for me. If you use something else, that's probably what's best for you. Everyone has kind of their own preference here. So this one I did not solo, I set a rally, and fortunately it is still early along in the arena, so they're not pulling from me just yet. I'm going to use Cav Foul because I know that this lead is quite a bit weaker, and Range Foul versus Range Foul is not going to have as good results here. And it worked out pretty well, Cav Foul versus Range Foul, and they have very, very low tier 5. So here, their strongest lead is trying to retake the fort, but he's only got 3.4 million fills. He does have 311Ks, which I do not have, but it wasn't quite enough. And if you take a look at this report, I should have lost. It was really way too close. I don't know if it's because he had less range here, so he got the retarget. Maybe if it was fuller, it would have looked closer. Of course, I'll never really know. And we're showing here Zhao, who's another friend. He is not in FX. He also needed a slot 7, so I invited him to come along. As you can see, he's bullying another person, but he has plenty of time to pull the fort. It appears that this opponent managed to go AFK because he let himself get capped, dealing basically no damage. Turns out I'm not the only one bullying, and it also turns out I am not the only one that got distracted because I had a leaderless fort, and I should not have taken this 3.9 million march coming my way. But I don't like to pull an arena. That would be embarrassing. Probably more embarrassing than losing to someone with a name quite like this. That's what I get for sending and going AFK, not paying attention. I wasn't AFK, but I wasn't paying attention to having a leaderless battalion here with my cav test fams and heroes. It was pretty bad. If I had gone infal, I don't know, maybe. If I was full, maybe, but I wasn't. So here I go and try to target their strongest lead again because he's the only one that really is going to give me a fun fight. And he's got about a full march here, but he's really low range. And I never use 055, but I'm going to use it here because he was such low range. And I don't want to embarrass us by losing the caravan points, so I use that 50% attack boost just to be sure. And we'll take a look at the report, and I'll see that I wasted this boost. I know that 055 is strong, but because I don't use it that much, I had manually typed in the battalion. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to use Blackwing here. And this is the problem with using Blast in Dragon Arena. It's not versatile, so I'm asking for Imp because otherwise he's just going to hit me back with, a heavy range comp. And unfortunately, it's really a lot more Imp than you would want in an 055, and I'm still using, I can't change my fams and my heroes, so I'm kind of just going to play it off and see how it goes. I'm telling the chat I'm just going to leave this extra Imp here, and I would rather be full than have the perfect comp. That's tends to be the most important thing in arena, is being fast and being full. before the enemy, and you can see he only has 3.2 million. I decide to take it in Cav Foul. Part of that is because he sent a low range comp. The other part is knowing that I had these Cav familiars in there, so I had Goblin to give me that Cav attack. And I also knew that, the Imp Wedge wasn't going to play like it's supposed to because there was too much Imp. You can take a look at my stats here with 055. I have over 1,000 cabin range, and that's even, as you can see, I've got my 3 Imp attack jewels in my champ accessories, and I don't have Valors. So 055 is pretty nasty. And I'm continuing to target their strongest lead. He's going around and he attacks Ancient Remains 1 because there's a caravan walking towards it. I'll take a look at the scout report, and he lost quite a bit of troops, it appears, because he has just barely over 2 million. And I made a mistake here. I had forgotten that you have 2.5 minutes to reoccupy or to knock them out before they occupy the fort. So I'm telling chat that I don't have enough time before the caravan gets here, and I decide to cancel and reset the rally. And this is a big no-no, because what this does is everyone who's already joined and spent their troops, now they have to speed back and rejoin if they have too many armies out, or if they don't have enough tier 5 to fill. So this, I'm asking for people to fill a 1-minute rally really fast, and, I'm a guest here, so I should apologize, but they were great sports, and they managed to fill it. I'm using my boots because it's my fault, so I'm trying to make sure that they don't have to use all of their boots to cover for my mistake here. And they were great. I mean, look, they filled it very fast. I don't have the sigils that I would get in PCS, but they were trying, and they've got, full tier 4 marches, but, this is a smaller guild. The fact that I was able to get full in 1 minute after just after resetting and canceling the first time was honestly, amazing. It's better than I would have expected. No offense. So I walked this rally, and I had just used Mix because, I don't like Blast that much, and I knew that there's no reason to carpet, even though we've got 4 marches walking in there, because I could tell that they were not filling. And as you can see, he has 2.5 million here. The real reason we won is because we have the better fills. So this was what I thought was his 055 set, and I'm sitting here thinking that's a lot of imp for an 055. But really, I should have realized that this is obviously fake gear. His 38 Bless made me think that he was weak, but I mean, nobody's going to have level 4 cups, and then the least popular offhand and main hand champ at level 0. I mean, obviously that was fake, right? But I'm sitting here thinking, oh, he's going to use 055, and he's using carpets, but I'm like, oh crap, that's a 208. I had enough time, you see, I had like a split second there to go to Cav Foul, and I didn't. I made a mistake, making a lot of those in the Dragon Arena, but that's part of playing the game. Not everyone can do everything perfectly. So I barely lost to that 208, and I'm trying to knock him out before he occupies that fort. This time I set 2 minutes. I didn't make that same mistake twice. And you can see my comp here has slightly too much cav. Normally my battalion would have more inf in it, but it was all in my hospital. And you can see that he is not getting full. So it goes back to how, a lead is nothing without the fillers. Even though he should be winning against me, his fillers needed to pull their marches and resend to full, but they didn't. And I don't want to embarrass us, so I use a 20% attack boost. And it wasn't necessary, but you never know. So here's his real set. He has full 12s, if I can get out of the way. Has the exact same set that I use, but he has those 11Ks. I do definitely have the artifact advantage, but the main difference here between us would be the ancient remains, and that's not on me. That's on our team just being stronger. And this is his last chance here. We only have 20 seconds left in the Dragon Arena. He marches. It's an 055, but he forgot his Inf. We'll take a look at that report. He used Inf Wedge, but he only had 20 Inf instead of like 40k. And he used what I would consider unusual heroes. And his set also looks very ugly, but most 055 sets do look ugly. So thank you guys for watching my Dragon Arena highlights. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe so I can catch you later next time.